Hi guys,
I'm Z.
I'm D, I'm Jay, and we are DJ Deep Tech. Now, in this video, we are doing a tutorial on how to set up the BIOS.
Install Windows 7 for operating system and software and drivers.
Please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe.
Goodbye.
Insert the disk into the computer and wait for it to read. Just wait for the computer to finish reading the disk, as it will take a while. A tab will appear on the screen and click on Run Setup. We'll restart the computer to begin the installation process of the operating system. Now, continuously press F2 and delete. And press any key to boot the CD or DVD. Wait as the windows are loading the files in the CD, the operating system CD. Just wait, as this might take a while. It may take a while for the Windows to load the files. Now Windows is starting. Once the Windows finish starting, it will appear as setup, just like this. Now you can select the language to install, the time and currency format, the keyboard or input method. Now for us, we selected English of the United States and anything US. You can select prepare your computer to backup files, and you can select install now to simply begin the process. As you can see, there are many operating systems on the CD. We selected Windows 7 Ultimate. Wait for this long process to finish. Do not lose patience, as this part is very, very time consuming, as it takes long time. We are now at 96% in this process. 97. Now 98. After expanding Windows files finishes, we will move on to the installing features. The computer will move on to installing features. Then installing updates. Now in this process, the computer will restart several times during the installation. Do not do anything to the computer, do not press anything on the keyboard, just let the computer do its process. As you can see, the computer is starting again. It restarted. Just wait for this process to finish as it restarts several times. Do not mind that it keeps restarting. It is not a problem on the computer. It is just part of the installation process of the operating system. As you can see, the computer is completing installation, and this part takes a little bit time, but not as long as expanding Windows files. Now the computer is restarting again, but after the computer restarts, it will continue. The setup will continue after the computer restarts. Again, do not touch anything, do not do anything on the computer, do not press any key on the keyboard, do not click the mouse or anything, do not do anything to the computer during this installation process. Now we move on to this part of the setup. Now you will put the username that you will use, and you may also type in the computer name. Once you're done, click next. After that, you can type a password. If you don't want a password, you can simply go and click next. A password for your computer is a recommended, but it is optional. You have these three processes, but we just move on. Now we are near to the part of finishing the installation of the operating system, as Windows is finalizing the settings. it restarted again after the installation of the operating system finished. Just wait for it to finish booting the computer back up again. There we go, the operating system is finished. It is installed. Now we move on to the drivers. So all you have to do is insert the disk of the drivers in the computer. Of course, you have to remove the operating system CD out and put in the driver CD and into the computer. Just wait for the computer to read the CD. Now click Run as Setup. This is the driver CD, so you should click the Run as Setup. The appearance and type of CD will vary. It depends on the CD manufacturer. In this case, we use Asus, and this is the look of the driver setup. Now click Intel chipset driver. As you can see, there are various drivers that we install. Click next. You can say yes and click next again. Now you must wait for the following set of operations to be performed and installed. The drivers are very important to the computer, as without the driver, the computer still won't properly work even though there is an operating system. Now, you can click yes to restart the computer now, or you can click no. Now you can select Realtek audio driver. Now we click yes to continue the installation of the driver. Wait for the driver to install and wait for further instructions. You can keep clicking no and OK. Now we move on to the Realtek LAN driver. Just click next and begin installing. Again, you must never skip installing the drivers. You must install all drivers, as it is very important in the proper way for the computer to work. The drivers are very important in the computer's proper work. Now once the installation is done, you can just click finish as it is complete. You can select the network location. In this case, we are choosing home network. You can unselect or select any of these and select next. You can type in the password of the home group, then select next. That you can join to the home group. Now let's move on. To the Realtek Ethernet agnostic utility. There are so many things that you need to install into the computer for it to properly work. As you can see, this is the diagnostic utility, which can be used in future use of the computer. Click Adobe Reader. This is very important so that you can open some files that cannot be opened by any other application. You can change the destination folder or just simply select next. Once the installation is complete, you can click finish. We move on to the Asus AI charger, but sometimes we don't have to if we don't. Next is the Microsoft Office. It can be 2007 or 2013 or 2010. You can install now or customize, but we will click install now. The use of Microsoft Office is so that we can create certain files like documents, PowerPoints, presentations, activity sheets, anything that is possible to do on a Microsoft Office application. This is a common application to all Microsoft computers. In just one installation setup, you can install many applications, many Microsoft Office applications with this setup, including the Microsoft Office document, Excel, PowerPoint, Publisher, etc. Once the installation is finished, you can select finish. This time we are restarting the computer as it is necessary to fully complete and use the applications and the drivers we have installed. We remove the Microsoft CD and put a software CD. Next up are the softwares. These are the softwares inside the CD, inside our CD, and these are the applications we are going to install. First is the Avira antivirus. Click Run to start the installation of the Avira antivirus. Select Yes to agree. Click to accept the license agreement. Click Yes and click Next. Now Avira needs a license. We need a license key. We cannot just move on to Next if we don't have a license key. We can click the lower option, which is only a trial, which is only available for a couple of days. It can only be We are browsing through to find the license key of the Avira antivirus. You can find cracked license key on the internet. You can just browse on the internet and download it. The computer is just starting now after antivirus has installed. Up next is the Google Chrome. It is very important to browse the internet. You need Google Chrome. You can also use Mozilla Firefox. It depends on you. Click Yes to allow the following program to make changes to the computer. Just wait for the app to install. This will only take a while. As you can see, it is already installed to the computer. You can install all of these. Just follow the same steps. Just click it and follow the steps to be installed. As you can see, after Google Chrome has been installed, it automatically opened up on your screen. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all for this video. Now I hope you all learn what to do when you have a new computer or when your computer is formatted. Now all of these steps are reliable, and I hope you can apply all of these in future events. And that is all for DJ Z Tech in this video. Goodbye.